Hey guys, what's up? My name's the Cool Mike, and today I'm gonna, rather than playing a game, I'm gonna be doing a little reaction and telling you guys my thoughts so far for the upcoming Resident Evil Village, for the upcoming Capcom game, which is Resident Evil Village on May 7, 2021. It is, by the time I'm recording this, it is currently April 2nd, so in just a month or so, we're gonna be we're gonna be seeing, or actually we're gonna be able to see and play Resident Evil Village, because it is gonna be released on the very first week of May, which is next month. So today I am gonna be doing my thoughts so far, and even my theories, some speculations of what the story might be, who the characters are, and I believe secrets that I might have explored and discovered about Resident Evil Village, and what I believe to be the plot of the game. So without further ado, we're gonna be reacting to the newest trailer, the official story trailer in 4K of Resident Evil Village. Let's do this.
Hey now, think positively, all right? We talked about this.
I know. We hardly talk about anything else.
The castle bell heralds danger. The bell tolls for us all. They're coming again!
Mother Miranda, I regret to inform you that Ethan Winters has escaped that fool Heisenberg. Because he is in my castle and has already proven too much for my daughters to handle. When I find him... No, Mother Miranda. Yes, of course, I understand the importance of the ceremony. I won't let you down.
Can someone please tell me what the hell is going on here?
No. The place is full of nothing but blood and death.
Well, Ethan Winters. There you are.
Okay, so that was the Resident Evil Village story trailer.
Who the fuck are you?
Let's see what you're really made of. Ethan Winters.
Okay, May 7, 2021. Alright, so I'll be reacting to the trailer first, and then I have some screenshots that I believe Capcom has released of the game, and I'm gonna be reacting and giving you guys my thoughts, as well as the theories that I may have figured out about the plot of the story. So, first things first. Mia talking to Ethan, and obviously baby crib. That means the baby was already born when they were having this conversation. So, at first, my first thought was they were talking about Mia having a miscarriage, and Mia was getting worried that she's not gonna have a baby, but it turns out they already have a baby, and it's in the crib. So, whatever Mia was worried about, probably is not involved about giving birth. It's about something else, probably related to the village. So that I just noticed that there's a baby there, so it's probably something, maybe it is something that involves this village. Maybe visiting her family, which could be in this village. Who knows? What you call, obviously the castle entrance, and obviously there's also a screenshot of this, which is, I believe, the castle, because of how detailed it looks. It has to be the castle, right? One thing that I expect that Capcom will do is that they're gonna make a map bigger than the other Resident Evil games. Consider Resident Evil HD Remaster, Resident Evil 1, which involves the Spencer Mansion, is just a mansion. Resident Evil Village is not just a village, it also includes a castle. So I really want Capcom to, what you call, to expand their capabilities and abilities and make the game a lot bigger and larger, where you can explore, you can go to secret rooms, there's a lot of tunnels, a lot of paths you can take, a lot of places that you can find and go. I want the game to be so big that it's, well, not the Witcher type of big, but you know, the fact that unlike what they did with Resident Evil 3 remake, where the Raccoon City was just, you know, they did not expand that that you get to explore Raccoon City. You just have a certain path that you can go, and that you can the game still redirects you to one path that you can only take when you're playing the game, unlike, you know, Resident Evil 4, where there's a bunch of houses, rooms, and other paths you can take, you can explore. I want the part where you're not honed in, or you're not limited to where you can go, where the game just directs you in one path and they just block it with railings and, you know, that invisible barrier where it prevents you from going to certain places. I hate when games do that, because, you know, considering this is a village and a castle, it should be what you call, I want Capcom to not limit the player in the areas the player might discover or explore or take in terms of gameplay. So yeah, so there's gonna be a screenshot of that, basically. And obviously the one talking, which is an old lady, technically an old lady, the one talking on the, I have another, because I'm not sure if people know who the old lady is, but I think I know who she is because I have proof of who she is, and you guys will know who that woman is. So this old lady here,
Castle bell heralds danger. The bell tolls for us all. They're coming again.
alright, so I know who that old lady is. So stay tuned, what you call, till the end of the video, because I'm gonna be revealing what I believe to be the plot of the story and who the characters might be, because alright, so what the feeling that I'm getting when I'm seeing the trailers is obviously it's a combination of Resident Evil 7, which is the first person perspective with the horror, and Resident Evil 4, which happens in a village somewhere in Europe. And for me, it's also a mixture of Castlevania. It happens in what you call, it looks Castlevania to me, with the castle, werewolves, and skeletons and zombies, and now with vampires, which quite interesting for Capcom to take, because normally Resident Evil has a scientific explanation for all the biohazards and the infection and the viruses, because it started from a company creating biochemical weaponry. And now that they're including vampires and werewolves, it's starting to become a myth rather than the scientific, what you call, scientific explanation of experimentation gone wrong. But I believe Capcom still, I believe they did say upon release of the game that they're still trying to connect this from the other games. So there is still gonna be an explanation of how this, what you call, monsters exist in this world of Resident Evil. So obviously the castle, and from the looks of it, we always see the castle during the day. We rarely see the scenes of the castle during the night, which is quite ironic because we're talking about vampires. Although we never, so far, we believe we never saw Lady Drimiscu, or I believe that's her name, or Lady Tall, Miss Tyrant, that's what I'm gonna call her because she's just super tall, and her vampire daughters, I believe. We never see them leave, or at least in the trailer, leave the premises of the castle. Or did we? And no one noticed. Because we did, actually. Unless it wasn't daytime when that happened. So we got, obviously, the castle. And this is another thing. Lady Dimitrescu, I have no idea how to pronounce her name. So I'm probably sure that you guys are gonna be what you call getting mad at me for saying her name wrong. But look at this angle. Lady Dimitrescu, or Lady Tall Vampire Lady, is talking to what we know as Mother Miranda. Could it be her mother, or it just some sort of formal name for respect, basically? And look at this angle. It looks like someone is spying on her while she was doing the call. I believe this is a cutscene from the game, where you get to see Mother, what you call, Lady Dimitrescu mention Mother Miranda for the very first time. I believe this is Mother, what you call, Lady Dimitrescu's room. This looks like a window, so this could be. It looks like a window frame from where from where I believe Ethan is spying on Lady Dimitrescu, knowing about what happened to his quote-unquote missing daughter, which is the baby. So that's that. So I believe and also, if she's a vampire, here's another thing. A lot of people want her thinks she's a vampire. Look at the mirror. There, she has a reflection. Vampires have no reflection on mirrors. They do not give off reflection. She has a reflection. That's already an explanation that she is not a vampire, or probably a prototype of a vampire who knows, who gives reflection. But just because she has a pale skin and probably likes blood, a lot of things likes blood. Zombies likes blood. They drink your blood when they bite you, I think. I don't know. But she has a reflection on the mirror. That's already a giveaway that maybe she's not a vampire. And for some reason, we were fooled by Capcom making it believe that maybe they were, just because that they look, seductive like a vampire should be, or what you call, they live in a castle that looks like a Dracula castle. But vampires don't give away reflections. So why did we believe to be a vampire? But who knows? That's the mystery about the game, we never know. So obviously she's talking to Mother Miranda, and obviously I have an idea who Mother Miranda is, because I think I have an idea. This one is one of my favorite screenshots. This is probably the hallway of the castle, or it could be some other place. Yeah, has to be the hallway of the castle, which obviously, when you play the demo, which is the Maiden for PlayStation 5, you get to explore this part. Another thing that you get to see is this hallway here, and what you call this room here, this round room that has the statues embedded on the walls of warriors And as you guys see on the very center where the torch is, there is a place there that looks kind of off, basically, because that's the door. So I'm guessing obviously this is gonna be a puzzle, but in the maiden demo, Capcom did not made us do that puzzle. The doors were both open, and the only thing we need to do was, you know, recover a lockpick to open from the other side, because we came from the dungeon. So this connects the dungeon from the palace, so or the castle. So chances are, if we're gonna be playing Ethan, it's gonna be the other way around. We're gonna be coming from the castle, going to the dungeon where the maiden was locked in or imprisoned. So there is no door, there is no path, because basically you came from the other side, and across from the torch is the other door, which is technically closed. And there's gonna be a puzzle which involves probably the statues embedded on the walls. So that's that. And this is another thing that I find interesting is, look at the people that are what you call crucified. What if they're not people? They're actually the werewolf people that are being crucified, like, you know, to scare off the werewolf people. What if, considering this is the castle and there's a crucifixion of the werewolf people, which we believe to be the Heisenberg, what if the Heisenberg and Lady Dimitrescu have a little confrontation or misunderstanding or conflict, and they're not really on good terms, and Lady Dimitrescu decided to crucify what you call Heisenberg's werewolf people as a warning to stay off her land. Because if they're siblings, then why is it that we had never seen them together in the trailer? Who knows? But we do know that obviously in the what you call, I believe in the gameplay, what you call exclusive gameplay that Capcom showed on their Resident Evil showcase, that Lady Dimitrescu mentioned that her brother is Heisenberg. So she did, basically. Alright. So basically this is the zombies, which looks like dead monks or peasants because of the Resident Evil Village. Obviously, the dungeon, which from the demo. And obviously they carry weapons, which is similar to what you call, there you go, which is basically similar to Resident Evil 4, where zombies are now a bit smarter, like the like the Plaga virus, where technically they still have the logic of a human, although they're not technically human. But you guys get what I mean. The dining room from the where the courtyard is, basically, and it looks more decorated, I believe, compared to the one from the demo. I'm not sure, I could be wrong. It's Lady Dimitrescu and her sisters, I believe. I mean Lady Dimitrescu and her daughters, sorry. I believe this is Lady Dimitrescu's room. That's her bed on the top left. Obviously the daughters. Here's another thing that I find interesting. Alright, so in the castle, obviously the door that has the eye puzzle, where you found out that the maiden's blood is the secret ingredient for the wine making of the Lady Dimitrescu's family. Here's another thing. The castle has flying creatures. Could be gargoyles, or I don't know, some sort of medieval creature, like a flying BOW, perhaps. So that's interesting. And it looks like there's an alleyway. So probably you're gonna be going up the castle roofs, and probably you're gonna be facing those things. And here's another thing that a lot of people are asking. Chris Redfield looks like the villain in the game, because as we all know, he took what we believe to be Ethan's baby. Maybe? Yeah, Ethan's baby, as well as from one of the trailers, he, he apologized to Ethan before killing Mia. Or at least that's what it looks like from the trailer. So obviously the baby, and here's another thing that people fail to recognize. That place, that thing right there in front, looks like a coffin. And inside a castle, so there could be a vampire. Who? Maybe it's not Lady Dimitrescu, considering she has reflections on a mirror, which vampires don't usually have. Maybe it's Mother Miranda? I don't know. Obviously, being the tallest, one of the tallest characters in Resident Evil franchise, I believe Lady Dimitrescu is the second tallest, and the next, the tallest one is one of the tyrants. So people are saying that he could be a tyrant and not a vampire, which chances are I believe that she's a tyrant. Except, unlike the typical tyrant who is, who doesn't talk, who has no personality, and it's just a man-made killing machine, Lady Dimitrescu is a human, or what we believe to be a tyrant, but has a personality, because she's tall, she has gray skin, or at least white skin, and she has claws, which, if you guys play the demo, spoiler alert, you guys, before you guys could leave the courtyard, the moment you get the courtyard key from the maiden demo from Resident Evil Village, you get to meet Lady Dimitrescu, and she kills you with her claws.
So we finally meet.
Alright, so that's that. She's going in the room. That looks like the family insignia or family emblem of the Lady Dimitrescu, which there will be a screenshots that I'll be reviewing after this, so stick for that. So obviously, and then one of the daughters, basically, obviously this one, which is another sneak peek of one of the villains.
The fuck are you? Let's see what you're really made of. Ethan Winters.
A lot of people also say that the voice actor is gonna be Troy Baker, or sounds like Troy Baker, which I believe to be a very well-known anime voice actor and a voice actor. He looks like Van Helsing. That's my first thing. He looks like a freaking old Van Helsing, and obviously this is Heisenberg, the brother of Lady Dimitrescu, and I have proof of that as well. And of course the release date. Alright, so those are my thoughts. Now, first things first, we're gonna look at a picture of what we believe to be Alright, so first things first, we're gonna look at a picture of Chris Redfield. So, now, a lot of people are asking, is Chris Redfield the villain? Or at least one of the villains of Resident Evil Village, considering he took what you call Ethan's and Mia's baby. Now, in case you didn't notice, Mia herself from the Resident Evil Village, Resident Evil 7 game, sorry. Mia herself was from the Resident Evil 7 or Biohazard 7 was also a villain in the previous game because she was babysitting Evelyn, which was basically the experiment from that company experimenting another mold-like virus. So what if Mia, we did not know if Mia left the company. What if Mia is still secretly working for the company and Ethan still has no idea because Mia managed to keep that as a secret from the previous game. So what if Chris was actually trying to save Ethan and the baby? Or what if Mia injected the same virus to the baby? And obviously, to prevent another outbreak or biohazard, Chris had to go do his job and get the baby before it becomes like Evelyn. So, why are we saying that Chris Redfield is the villain when in fact Mia, it was the villain on the previous game? So that's another thing you should guys know. So, alright, so, let's look at some of the pictures. Alright, so here's another picture from the screenshot from the Capcom game, which is basically the baby of Mia and Ethan, and it also shows the book that Mia was telling the story from the from the trailers, called Village of Shadows. That sounds sinister for a baby. I would not tell that story to a baby, but it involves, the mother and daughter gathering fruits in the middle of the forest in the cold winter night, and they get lost.
Long ago, a young girl went with her mother to pick berries for her father, who was hard at work. But the forest greeted them with a dark, cold silence. The bushes empty. Yet determined to find the berries, the rascal broke free of Mother's grasp and vanished into the trees. Mother's worried cries faded fast as the girl ran on, over vine, under branch.
So yeah. So Mia has the ring, which I believe to be the wedding ring, and it looks like a baby. What do you guys think is the gender of this baby? Is it a boy or a girl? I mean, yeah, it's a girl technically because it's a daughter. So, but if you didn't know, let me know, guys, in the comments down below. Does she look like a girl or a boy? Because it's hard to tell, basically. But yeah, obviously we have the Village of Shadows, which is the story told by Mia in the trailer. Alright, so here's the thing. Monsters, another thing that I explored is in the maiden demo. There is a letter that that the maiden finds in the game, which is the letter about a servant who did a mistake about opening the windows while the lady and her daughters were having dinner. And obviously they get upset and, shut it now. And the first thing that people mentioned was she is a vampire because daylight, right? Sun, they don't like the sun. Vampires hate the sun. But one thing that people miss is they were having dinner. Why would you have dinner during the day? Why would you have dinner during the day? That does not make sense. Dinner happens at night, or at least that's what what normal people do. I don't judge, but why would they be afraid of the sunlight if there is no sunlight? They're having dinner, so technically they're eating it during the evening, during the night. Make sense? Because most likely it's not because of the sunlight that they were afraid of. It's these things, these flying things in the castle. They're scared that these things might be able to get in from the windows. So maybe this is some sort of BOWs, and that's the reason why they keep the windows shut, to make sure that these things doesn't get inside the palace. Lady Dimitrescu and her daughters were not afraid of the daylight. They were afraid of these things flying on top of their castle. Because why would they be afraid of daylight when they're having dinner? It doesn't make sense, right? That's already two things to at least maybe to prove you guys that maybe Lady Dimitrescu is not a vampire. She has reflections on the mirror while she was talking to Mother Miranda on the trailer. And they were having dinner when she requested the servant who made a mistake from the maiden demo to shut the windows. Why would they be afraid of the sunlight when there is no sunlight during night? Because of these. Chances are, these things is what she was afraid of. So, maybe. Alright, let's move on, shall we? Alright, this is another well-known puzzle. What you call a statue from the I believe the castle, and I believe this is gonna be a puzzle. I'm guessing yeah, I'm guessing this could be Mother Miranda. I've checked, there are 5 figures here. There are actually 5, not just 4, but there are 5. There's this person, that person, this person, the person that has her head being grabbed by the tall lady, which I believe to be what we believe to be Mother Miranda, or it could be, I don't know, Lady Dimitrescu. So this is a puzzle, and if you guys look closely and explore the hallway of the Maiden's Demo, Resident Evil Village Maiden's Demo, you could see on the what you call far right door that is locked because you cannot access it, and you can peek through it. The statue is actually behind that door. So yeah. Alright, moving on. Obviously that was from the trailer, the screenshot. Obviously Capcom is trying to prevent giving away too much screenshots, and they're just reusing the ones from the trailer because you know, to not ruin the surprise. Obviously this is the room where we get from the gameplay, from the exclusive gameplay, where we get to see Mother Miranda drinking her tea, and that's actually one of the pictures. Basically her bedroom and her one of the pictures that we get to see Lady Dimitrescu from the trailer, you know, revealing basically let me just do this instead. So basically,
Of course.
so basically I believe that's the room. Where is it? Here you go. See, that's the same room, pretty much. That is pretty much the same room. That's pretty much the same room. If you look closely, there's the fireplace on the right and the bed on the left. So I'm guessing that is the room of Lady Dimitrescu. Because it matches basically the one from the trailer and from the gameplay. Alright, so that's that. So that's a bit to be Lady Dimitrescu's room. Here's another thing, is what we believe to be the family crest. What you call the family crest of each one. So I'm gonna take a look. So this is House Moryu. Basically, House Moryu, which has the crest of a mermaid. So we have no idea what this family is because we never seen mermaids in the game. Here is the House Dermiscu, which is the same emblem that we found on the coffin from the coffin, or what I believe to be the coffin from the trailer. So basically, if you guys look, technically it is the same one. So that's the insignia that we found from the trailer, where the coffin, on top of the coffin. Uh-huh. So we believe to be, oh, where is it? Okay, so yeah, pretty much that is where what I believe to be the same insignia. So that chances are we're gonna find whatever that thing is and whatever inside it in the House Dermiscu, because it has the same insignia. We have this, which is a symbol of the sun and the moon, House Benevento. So we also have no idea what this thing is and who those people are. And then last but not the least is the House Heisenberg, which we believe to be the little brother of Lady Dermiscu, and that is the Van Helsing guy that has the hammer, and it has a symbol of a horse and a horseshoe, like an animal. So chances are something that looks strong and I don't know, and demonic. And obviously, speaking of demonic, a lot of people are saying that maybe Heisenberg is actually the giant troll guy that has a beard and has a hammer, because from the trailer he actually has the hammer. So if you guys look at the trailer, chances are he could be the same guy. So yeah, chances are he could be he could be the guy who is chasing you with a giant hammer, because I don't know, because he also has hammer. But the problem is, if he can grow in size, why would his hammer grow in size as well? That wouldn't make sense unless he grab another weapon, and that's a different weapon. Who knows? But okay, so that's that. So basically, whoops, the troll guy from the gameplay, obviously. So I'm guessing this is still the village, and I'm believing that this could be what people might think is Heisenberg, which is Lady Dermiscu's younger brother. And obviously the zombies look like undead peasants. Obviously Capcom revealed that the new mechanic is you can self-defense, or I forgot what it's called. Blocking is gonna be a new, basically in the Resident Evil 7 you can still block with your hands, But this time you can kick your enemies when they get too close, giving you a distance. So this is a new, what you call a new mechanic in the game. I believe it's just like when you play Resident Evil 3 remake, where Jill Valentine can do a dodge roll, or you know, Carlos Oliveira can do a what you call arm bash to a zombie. Basically, it's pretty much like the Resident Evil 4 or Resident Evil 6, where Leon and Chris Redfield can just punch zombies with their arms. But this is probably a more realistic look, where Ethan can just kick them off, unlike the too much overly reacting Resident Evil 6, where you get to what you call wrestle with the zombie and get a clothesline or an uppercut, those kind of weird stuff. Alright, so obviously we met the Duke, which is the merchant of Resident Evil Village, which is technically this like the merchant from Resident Evil 4, the guy that says, "What you buying?" So that you got gun guy, and basically these are the things that the services that he offers. Supplies when you get to buy stuff, gunsmithy when you can upgrade guns, I believe, and the Duke's Purse. This is something what you call something interesting. The Duke's Purse, everything has a price, and it says what you call, yeah, I wonder what the third one is, what it does. So at first I thought it was information, like weaknesses of certain monsters, and he'll give it to you if you pay for the right price, or secrets or something like that, I don't know. And obviously when you buy the supplies, you get to buy things. So we have a lot of things here. We have, I believe, a bigger item inventory if you buy that. Shotgun shells, I'm guessing that's blueprint. That's blueprint for shotgun shells. This is a blueprint for a sniper rifle bullet or a machine gun bullet. And what's this? This is interesting. What's that? That's an interesting one. It looks like a clock or a pocket watch, or it could be a flashlight. So maybe lighting is important in the game. I don't know. Let me guys know in the comments down below what you guys think it is. Obviously a healing potion for 1,000. That's quite expensive. Probably that's the bigger one. Could be more expensive than the bullets. Basically handgun bullets, shotgun shells. I'm guessing this is an extended mag or extended magazine. A trigger, probably for quick shot, or when you hold it releases more bullets. A knife and a shotgun, which probably the seller or the player bought, basically, because they're both sold out and you can only buy one shotgun in the game. Who knows? I could be wrong, because Capcom did mention, or Pete Pabiano, the developer, did mention that there's gonna be a lot of guns in the game, so that's gonna be cool. Aha! Here's another thing. I think, are we at the very last? We are. So, when you guys watch the other trailer, I believe the second trailer of Resident Evil Village, you guys are probably wondering who the old lady is. And you might think, what you call that, could it be Mother Miranda? Because I think it is Mother Miranda. Why would I say that? Because I have proof, or at least hopefully my proof is good enough.
For us all.
And he appears to be the one talking on the trailers and laughing hysterically.
They're coming again.
Mother Miranda is the old lady. And why would I say she's the old lady? Because like I said, I have proof. If you guys go to what you call in google.com and go to the website behind the voice actors, Basically, it is a website where it reveals the voice actors for specific animes, movies, and even video games, including the newest ones, including Resident Evil Village. And I managed to find proof who Mother Miranda is, because from that website, hopefully it is legitimately enough, from that website alone, it shows who Mother Miranda is. And it is none other than the old lady. So this is the Japanese voice actors, basically. They're gonna use the same voice actor for Ethan and Mia. So that's that for Ethan. That's Alcina Dremiscu, Mia, Heisenberg, which obviously is the younger brother and the guy with the hammer, which Lady Dremiscu mentioned. One of the Daniela. That was the one who slashed a knife on one of the servants on the letter from the Maiden's Demo. And look who it is, if it isn't Mother Miranda, the old lady from the trailer. So that's my proof that it's Mother Miranda. Obviously, most people would have figured that out from time to time. Chris Redfield, and of course the Duke. So that's pretty much my thoughts so far about the Resident Evil Village. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you guys enjoy it, be sure to leave a like. Don't forget to subscribe now if you haven't. Let me guys know what you guys think about my thoughts for Resident Evil Village. Let me guys know in the comments down below how excited you guys are for Resident Evil Village. And stay tuned, because next month I'm probably gonna be playing the game. So who's excited? Or probably by the time you're watching this, it could be the following day or the following week. Who knows? So let me guys know how excited you guys are for Resident Evil Village. If you guys enjoyed this video, leave a like to show your support. Subscribe now if you haven't, and as always, I will see you guys next time with another brand new video. This is the Cool Mike signing off. Goodbye.